mind.
All right, I'm going to shut off the music. I just wanted to make sure it was working.
Like the wrestlers say, cut the music.
Bummer.
I think it's cool that I found this feature that you can
I
do
like
audio
that too.
only. Yeah.
How do you do that? Do you do screen share or something?
Well, okay, here, I'll tell you what you do. You can do Alt S to bring up the little screen share dialog. Then you Shift Tab where you'll hear it say Basic. Then you push right arrow, that'll change it to Advanced. Then you tab once to another thing, and you right arrow through the choices. And one of the choices is share audio. And then you push Enter, and then that will get it started. It's very
that
cool.
is so cool. Yeah, I love that. It's great.
Good morning, everyone. This is Priscilla and Willie Jones.
Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we still don't have as many as when we got all kicked off.
Well, apparently resolutions are much more popular, which is...
I don't think so.
Had to go.
Yeah, I think everybody got up and went to the ladies' went to the restroom.
I think I will...
I almost started to call Curtis for remote help with JAWS, but because I'm having a heck of a time with. I can't go into it, but man.
Well, we're ignoring a lot of the phone calls today. So.
I know. That's why I thought I better not try during these few days. And you call Freedom Scientific, and the music just plays over and over and over.
You never get out of hold.
And over.
But you can have lunch during that time and get the
Sure you could. You can't even get anybody to export at all. I've tried for off and on for an hour.
We do that purposefully, so this way you'll get off the line.
I mean, I'm not even giving the option to call back. Nothing. Just same music again and again and again.
Good morning, Pat. Mr. Fisher.
God, I can't listen that fast.
Hello.
Mr. Labar.
So, Peggy?
Yes, sir.
So I'll kick this off and turn it over to you to MC the exhibitors and sponsors. How many total do we have that are going to present?
11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, 12. Shame on me. 12.
All right.
So it's going to go fast.
Right. So here's what we're going to do. Let me confirm my math. Hold on a sec. 12.
Yep. 4 minutes each.
Well, I said 4.5, which would be fine. So, Curtis, are you out there? Curtis, John?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
So what we're going to do is we will, if you have this capacity, when they start speaking, start a timer, and at 4 minutes, 30 seconds, start playing the Jeopardy song. And that'll be the indication that it's time to stop. I saw Tim Elder do this at the California convention. It was quite effective with his speakers, I noticed. So
I can do that. You want the Jeopardy song, right? Okay, yeah. No problem. Alexa, set timer for 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
You turned on my Alexa.
Yeah, that's
stop timer.
Yeah, you're going to turn on everybody's Alexa. Then.
That's right. Don't do that.
No, I'll be muted when I do that. But, so I'll have it queued up. Like.
Or maybe you should tell Alexa, 4 minutes and 20 seconds or something.
Yeah, I agree.
Give them kind of a 10-second.
Yep.
10-second goodbye. Yeah.
Now, right. Let's see.
Let me just check again. Okay. All right, we're all set with this, ready to rock and roll.
And it's the top of the hour, so I think we'll get going. Welcome back to the main NFBCO Zoom ballroom. This is now the hour of power, where we hear from all of our sponsors and exhibitors that wanted to say something to you. As you've been hearing on the chatter here, they're going to have up to 4 minutes and 30 seconds to tell us what they need to tell us. And then after this hour of power goes by, we're going to have the exhibit hall open. Each exhibitor / sponsor will be in their own Zoom room, so you can visit them separately. All the Zoom links are in the agenda. The agenda has been sent a number of times to the listserv. I sent today's portion of the agenda out to our Colorado Talk listserv this morning. If you can't find that or are not on our listserv, you can go to nfbco.org, and on the first heading of our webpage is a link to our agenda, so you can find all of the individual links there. I will remind you that if you're having any problems with connecting, etc., we have a help desk, a Zoom help desk, and I need to look up that number. I will look that up as we're going here. My Braille sense is being slow, of course. I believe it is. Well, no, let me not do that, because I'll probably say the wrong number, right? That's what always happens when you try to do something like that. So let me find it. The help desk.
You guys are busy, exclamation point.
Hey, Kevin, we can hear your texting there.
We can always fudge.
970
673 6998.
Yep.
Hey, Kevin Worley, you're not muted, by the way.
He just muted.
Oh, did he? Okay. All right. All right. So without further ado, again, that number for the help desk, 970-673-6998. All right. So here is the person that has done a great job of organizing our exhibit hall and coordinating with our sponsors and exhibitors. Here is Peggy Chong.
Hey, good morning, everybody. And thank you for stopping by the exhibit hall. Usually our exhibitors have an opportunity to draw you into their booth with a free giveaway or cute little audio something. That's not happening this year. So we're giving each exhibitor a few minutes to sort of put out their little ad for you to stop by their exhibit hall booth in their own Zoom room in an hour. And we are going to highlight each of our sponsors. And since Scott already did half of my introduction, I am just going to go right into that. And I have seen a few of the people online. So let's already just jump in to Magnesite and Brian Smith. I saw you up there. So Brian, yep. Go ahead.
Okay, wow, get to start off.
Yeah.
Well, hello, everybody. Thanks for attending the NFB conference. A little different, doing it Zoom virtually versus in person. Anyway, Magnesite Rockies, we are a low vision company. Most of you know me from Magnesite. I used to manufacture CCTVs for 28 years. And a couple years ago, I got out of it, started reselling, and started working with Vince at Nanopack. So we work with Nanopack, who's been 33 years in the business, and they represent 8 states. They represent pretty well all the major manufacturers, and started talking to Vince and said, yeah, come on aboard. So I've been selling here for a couple of years. You know, I'm unique in the sense that I was manufacturer, distributor, reseller, and an end user. I use the products myself. And just on a personal note, I'm come from the land of Kevin Worley. Sorry about that. No, just kidding. And Jeanette Ford. And I was vice president of the Colorado Springs chapter for 8 years. And stepped down and now just member or board member. So done that as well. But the reason why Magnesite, why Nanopack? Also, I want to say my counterpart is Patrick Fisher, which most of you know, and he kind of does the blindness side here in Colorado, and I do the low vision and some of the scanning side. Of course, he does low vision in Nebraska and Iowa and those areas. So we work hand in hand together. But why Nanopack? Why Magnesite? You know, first of all, they carry most of the major brands, like brands that I offer is Freedom Scientific, Optelec, LBI, which is the company out of Sweden. They do the MagnaLink. Also work with Iris Vision, Orcam. And then I actually manufactured a stand, Magnesite of the Rockies, an iGo stand for smart devices. So there's a big line of products that we carry. You know, often we can get it at, you know, better price than if you buy it direct. The other thing is, of course, if you choose us, we got delivery, setup, training, service. Service is always a big one. And we'll be glad to, you know, come out and do demos for free, go around the state. You know, been doing it a long time, enjoy doing it. And then as well, you know, we can arrange Zoom calls for extra training. You know, if somebody needs something on a device with the manufacturers. So, you know, the various reasons that we can help you out. I would, you know, say, please stop by my Zoom room. Just stop by the Zoom room. There's some new products showing. Orcam came out with a nice Orcam Read device, which at a lot better price. Also, there's the new Compact 10. It's a portable CCTV that's affordable that does both magnification and voice. And then also, of course, I have the iGo stand. The MagnaLink tab is a product that uses the Surface and a camera and does magnification, OCR, and it's a full-blown Surface. So yeah, please stop by in our hall or in our room. And used to say in hall. And love to show you the products. And if you have any questions, can be of help. And I think my time's about up. So I'll end it there. Thank you again. And come and see Magnesite of the Rockies and Nanopack.
Terrific. Okay, now.
How was that on time?
Almost.
Almost.
Yep. Now, I just want to remind all of the participants, we do have a help desk, but the help desk is not going to tell you which exhibitor talked about which item. So if you really have an interest in visiting someone, please take a note and give it an opportunity to sink into your head that way. I am always big on taking notes because I forget everything. So let's go to our next exhibitor who was pretty quick on.
One more thing, I do have a PowerPoint presentation. I'd be glad to send anybody on it as well. I just verbalized it, but can send out a PowerPoint presentation.
Terrific. Okay, let's hear next from Jane Flower from Guide Dogs. You want to go ahead, Jane?
Sure, I wasn't expecting to go second, but here I am. Thank you so much, Peggy. Thank you everybody for having us. I could say I'm getting used to this. I don't love it, but I am getting used to this virtual world. So can't wait to be in person though, hopefully next year. But yeah, I'm with Guide Dogs for the Blind. I'm the youth and outreach specialist at Guide Dogs and would love for you to stop by, ask questions, any interest, if anybody's interested in getting a guide dog or you have a guide dog from us and just want to come by and say hi, that would be great. Happy to share with you all about our admissions process, our 2-week training program, what's going on right now in the world of COVID and what's happening on our campuses in terms of training and where we're at in that process. Also, we have our orientation and mobility immersion program. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that, but I'd be happy to share more information. It's a week-long intensive orientation mobility training program to help people kind of transition from cane to a dog. It's free, and you get about 25 hours of intensive O&M training, which is great, because I know across the country it's really difficult right now for a lot of folks to get any type of orientation mobility. Even in normal times, it's sometimes hard for people to access that. So come and learn about that. And then if anybody's interested in learning about youth services, we've got our summer camp program. We've got some other youth opportunities, our Canine Buddy program. Be happy to talk to you all about that. And we are, as those of you who don't know, Guide Dogs for the Blind. We're located in, our main headquarters is in California. We're north of San Francisco. And we also have a training facility just outside of Portland, Oregon, in the very exciting town of Boring, Oregon. So it's not that boring. It's really pretty there, actually. So, but I'm happy. I'm not going to take up my 4 minutes, but please come by if you're interested in guide dogs and learning more. I'm super happy to chat with you and answer any questions you might have. So thank you.
Terrific. Thank you. Now we're going to go to the Area Information Network, the Audio Information Network. Sorry, I've been doing too much on aging lately. The Audio Information Network of Colorado. Kim Wardlow, go ahead.
Thanks, Peggy. Well, we're excited to be able to participate again this year in the conference, even though it's virtual, but I'm glad it's still happening, and to be able to be a sponsor again this year as well as for the 6.dash. So I have to say, go Boulder Braille Bounders. So I did join Marianne's team, so we're excited for that. The Audio Information Network is a reading service to be able to provide audio access to print. We're in our 30th year of providing services. And I'm thinking many of you are probably very familiar with the NFB Newsline. And so it's similar, but we try to provide different publications. So we don't provide publications from all over the country and newspapers from all over the country like the NFB Newsline. We have more of a local focus in terms of our newspapers. We also provide grocery ads and discount store ads, magazines. Again, we try not to duplicate things done also by the Talking Book Library. So those are all the kind of traditional things over the years that we've provided. And right now we're in a mode of re-examining our programming and looking at that and trying to make that more listener driven and have it be things that individuals who would be using the service find the most useful. And that's certainly been opened up with having more emphasis on podcasting. So for example, this year, thanks to Curtis Chong for creating the instructions for the electronic ballot marking. So we recorded those instructions and have them up on our website on a voting page that has that and a link to the Blue Book with the Talking Book Library and some other voting information. We've had information about COVID, of course, and the census. So trying to do some of those very timely things that might be more short-term, but getting those types of podcasts out there for individuals and kind of looking at what that might be, breaking out some of the programs that we've had several publications in one program and expanding that out. The great thing about having the podcast obviously is that it doesn't matter the length so much as when something must fit into our broadcast schedule. So we can read anything of any length. It doesn't have to change every week. It could be something that's one time. Earlier this year, before COVID, we did a type 2 diabetes prevention class. There was a class held at the Independence Center in Colorado Springs, and they had individuals that weren't able to access the printed handouts. And so we had a volunteer read all the modules of that class, and we're able to provide that and describe the pictures and all those things, and we're able to provide that both in just electronic files to the instructor, as well as putting those on MP3 players to provide to the individuals that needed those audio files. So we're trying to be very flexible with the services we provide and meet needs that people have. I would say our most popular way to listen right now is the Echo Dot and our skill. That seems to be the thing people are asking us for the most. Although we do still have our other listening methods, but we do provide the Echo Dot, and then we have a skill. We have actually 4 skills. So in English, we have a skill that connects to our 3 regional broadcast streams. And then we have a skill that's probably more what people are used to, that connects to our podcast. So you can select an individual program. And then we have the same thing. Oh, I'm already up in Spanish.
Okay, thanks. So if you want to learn more, stop by her Zoom room.
Come to our booth if you want to learn more. And I'll have a link to a survey we're offering people. If you fill out our short survey, enter into a drawing for one of 2 Amazon $25 gift cards.
Okay.
And I want to thank AIN for being a silver sponsor. Thank you.
We are next moving to JJ Meadow, the AT guys. JJ.
Hey there. Morning, afternoon. Thanks so much. Miss you all in Colorado. Certainly wish we could be there in person. We're not. By the way, as an aside, if you want more convention, ours is next weekend in Michigan, nfbmi.org, and it's free. So, if you just like doing these things every weekend, stop on by. We'd love to have you. AT guys, we're obviously doing everything virtual, and we are going to be having some new products and such coming out this fall. We do have a convention special deal, if you will. We did this summer, and it was very popular. So we're doing free shipping on any order of $79 on up. That's at atguys.com. The code is NFBCO20, and it works through Sunday. If you need help with that, just stop by our Zoom room next hour, and we can help put an order for you over the Zoom phone, if you will. We'll pull you aside. That way you're not giving your credit card to the whole room. So new stuff, the Orbit Writer. The Orbit Writer is the Bluetooth Braille keyboard. So it's a Braille display without the display. It's a tiny but powerful little Braille keyboard that you connect to your iPhone or your Android or your computer, and you can type in Braille. And it will connect to your phone or your computer. It's $99. What we've done now is we have a custom case that we've created for the Orbit Writer. It snaps on the keyboard, so you don't have to pull it out of the case to use it. It's a 3D printed case, and it's a nice flexible material. We love it. It's a $25 case that we now have. The Orbit Reader 20 Plus is a 20-cell Braille display. It's been enhanced. They've worked out a lot of the kinks over the years now. It has Braille translation built in now, which is a lot better. Along with other features as a clock and calculator, things like that. So that's available. That's in stock now. The 20 cell is in stock now for $6.99. The 40 cell is still coming soon. It got a little delayed. Thank you, COVID. December for $13.99. We have lots of other accessories. We still have our Bluetooth headsets and keyboards and speakers. Our folding Bluetooth keyboard is still very popular. It's the pluggable folding Bluetooth keyboard. As soon as you unfold it, it turns on. Connects to your phone or your computer, but you can also plug it into USB as well. Several people are using our USB Bluetooth headset. Our USB headset, the V7. It's great for lots of the Zoom meetings. You plug it into your computer, and you will sound 10 times better. Being on a nice on-ear Bluetooth headset, has a boom mic that comes down in front of you and lets you talk. It's $39.95. We have a couple new items. We have a travel charger that plugs into the wall. I know travel seems kind of weird right now, but you're going to be traveling again soon. Or this is great on your desk. You plug it into the wall. It gives you 2 outlets and 3 USB ports, all on a very compact design. You can sit right on your desk, and when you are traveling again, you can have it sitting on your nightstand, or be that nice friend who always has power to share. with your neighbors, $29.95. Also, for a lot of newer computers, you know, they're taking away ports. You don't get as many USB ports anymore. We have a new USB-C hub. So if you have a newer laptop, Windows or Mac, that has a USB-C port, most of them do, plug that into your USB-C port. It'll give you 3 USB regular ports, an SD card slot, a micro SD card memory slot, an HDMI video slot, and a USB-C charging port. So it gives you all of that in a little tiny rectangle. Also $29.95. Bluetooth speakers are still big. We have the Max Boom from Tribid. That's our loud portable wireless speaker. It's enough sound to fill up a room. Both Bluetooth and wired options there for $69.95. We still have the screen reader voices for NVDA or for Windows Narrator. So if you want your computer to sound better, you can use Eloquence or Vocalizer and have those voices on your computer available for you. We have new cases for the iPhone SE 2020. We have a nice hard shell and flexible case from Division that pops on your phone. And we still have the blind shell phone. The blind shell phone is a great, simple phone, especially for seniors. If you want a phone that has buttons, you want a phone that still has a headphone jack, and just has a lot of simple features. It's not as advanced as a smartphone. That's available, the blind shell phone, for $349. The way around tags are still very popular. You can stick on stickers, magnets, buttons to label your stuff. Use your iPhone or Android to read back whatever information you've stored on the way tags. Those tags start at about $1 a piece. I see I have to go. atguys.com. Check out our Zoom room. Support at atguys.com. Thank you so much, Colorado. And also, I got a door prize to send to you also. I will do that shortly as well. So thank you.
Great. The next person we have is Martin Lafferty with Creek. And now there's a resource I think that's really important to know about. I know a lot of you think of him as Colorado, but we got to know him when we were living in New Mexico. So go ahead, Martin.
Thank you, Peggy. And it's Marty, M-A-R.
Marty, sorry.
No problem. So good to be with everybody virtually. The Civil Rights Education Center is a nonprofit membership organization. Like so many disability-related organizations, we use an acronym mostly to refer to ourselves, and ours is CREEC, C-R-E-E-C. CREEC's goal is to ensure that everybody can fully and independently participate in our nation's civic life. And we try to fight discrimination based on race, gender, disability, religion, national origin, age, sexual orientation, or gender identity. However, our main focus is disability discrimination. We're a nationwide organization, and we have offices in Denver, Berkeley, LA, and Nashville. I'm an attorney and I'm director of our accessibility project. I'm based in Nashville, and I'm really looking forward to coming out to visit Colorado again after the pandemic. I have had a few trips there in the past before everything closed down, and I definitely want to get back to visit Colorado. Our work is broken into 2 main projects, our accessibility project and our immigration detention accountability project. Our immigration project fights to ensure that people in ICE custody are held in constitutionally adequate conditions, receive constitutionally adequate care, and are not discriminated against on the basis of disability. Unfortunately, as most of you know, there are a lot of problems in various ICE facilities, and we have some class action lawsuits going to try to at least fix some of those. Our accessibility project is the one that I primarily deal with, and we fight with urgency to make real the promises of the Americans with Disabilities Act. People with disabilities have got to have equal access to really everything in our civic life. And as I'm sure all of you know, the ADA has now been in place for 30 years. We're at the 30th anniversary, and yet there's so many accessibility barriers that still exist. We want to get those gone. This project's primary focus areas are physical accessibility, effective communication, and fair housing. And I'm going to give you a few examples of our work with people who are blind or have low vision. We're currently excited to be working with NFB Colorado to represent a blind inmate who has claims against the Colorado Department of Corrections. Among other things, that prison system is failing to provide our client with written materials in accessible formats. And they're also requiring him to rely on an inmate assistant for activities such as reading his mail and navigating the facility. So imagine you're in prison and you have to rely on another inmate to do those basic things for you. It's a violation of his privacy. He doesn't have privacy or confidentiality of his mail information. And then he has to, rely on somebody else to get where he needs to go in the facility instead of getting orientation and mobility training. Another issue that we recently have been working on, we worked with NFB Tennessee and Disability Rights Tennessee, and we're excited that we were able to successfully get the Division of Elections here in Tennessee to, for the first time, make the absentee ballots accessible. They did that for the August election this year and then for this November election. We've also been for several years addressing missing and inaccessible curb ramps in multiple cities across the United States, including in Colorado Springs and Denver. So we're trying to make those big changes to systems like city sidewalks and curb ramps. Want you to stop by our virtual booth. I'd love to answer any questions you might have about Creek. We can also sign you up for our newsletter, which comes through email if you're not already signed up for that. If any of you think you might need help with a case kind of issue, I'm happy to put you on a list to get an intake callback. I'm not going to do full intakes today, but I can certainly add your name to our list and get just a little description of your issue. So I look forward to meeting some of you at the exhibit booth.
Now, Marty, of course, Creek is nationwide now, but we are proud in Colorado because Amy Robertson and Tim Fox, who live here in the Denver area, started Creek. And I also want to thank you for being a silver sponsor. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Scott.
Okay, our next presenter is Humanware, Kevin Hughes, Rah Victor Reader Stream. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you, Peggy. Can you guys hear me good?
Yep.
Excellent. Well, good morning, Colorado and FB. Humanware is grateful to be a silver sponsor and good luck to the Victor Reader Trek winner. Well, let's jump right into it. So since June, we've been very busy with the Braille Note Touch Plus. For you students out there, we have added a full scientific calculator in the KeyCalc application supporting full scientific calculator functionality. UEB and Nemeth input in addition to computer Braille, LaTeX, and French math, if that's of import to anyone. We can switch between decimal and fraction results by pressing enter with G and some other things, but there's some visual representation there as well for the teachers. And for you teachers, we've added some specific Braille learning tables. So you can go into your language profiles and set those up. But if you're a teacher, you'll know what I'm talking about with the TSBVI clusters, Braille Easy Steps, the Mangold method. So the Braille Note literally will support those students that are starting from the very beginning, and the Braille tables can be set up to facilitate that. In September, we had a real important update to the Braille Note Touch Plus for again, this is for students, but pretty much for anybody, the support of PDF files. So with your PDF text embedded files, you can open those directly from Keyword, and you can go or you can go into your file manager, access the PDF file, and then open it in Keyword very quickly. So we're excited about that. And we've also added the Google OAuth support for the Keymail client within Gmail. So if you want to set that up, that's all authorized now. As far as the smart Braille displays, so we are hard at work on the next generation of our Brilliant 40, and we'll also have a Brilliant 20 display coming just shortly after the beginning of the new year. The Brilliant 40, I'm going to give you some quick specifications of that. This will be a very intelligent, smart display featuring Bluetooth 5, 32 gigabytes of internal storage. You'll have USB ports, external peripherals, USB-C, stereo speakers, audio jack, volume keys, built-in microphone. We'll have smart applications that we are going to be running with what we're going to call Keysoft Lite. So you'll have an onboard translator, you'll have an exam mode, a calculator, a Victor Reader for your online books. So we'll have like an online library. Your file manager will be there as well, and you'll have a keypad. for creating, opening, and editing text, DOC, DOX files, BRF, etc. And we are excited for that. We are offering a special right now for $29.95 that will lock you into that price. And we would immediately ship you a Brilliant 14 that you get to keep. And then that $995 value gets deducted off the $29.95 price. So when we are ready to ship early January, mid-January, hopefully, somewhere around then, you will be first in line to get your new Brilliant 40. So we're excited about that. I also want to mention some updates coming very quickly on the Victor Reader Trek. We are transitioning out of the TomTom maps and moving towards a map database called HERE, which is basically maps utilized in autonomous vehicles. But this is going to be a huge improvement on the map database. You'll have the ability also for other country maps that we'll be offering for free. This whole update will be free, by the way, for current Victor Trek users. So we're excited about that. You'll have a map browsing mode that you will be able to use basically anywhere that you've got a Victor Trek. You can browse by addresses and points of interest. Please join our virtual exhibit if you wanted some demonstrations of how we do all of this. Finally, I wanted to talk a little bit about the HumanWare low vision products. We do have portable Explorer 8, Explorer 5. Those are very small, high quality magnifiers that we've had those out for 5 years. They're time tested, they're durable. The Explorer 5 has a pop out handle that has 4 positions to it, so it makes it flexible in various circumstances. Finally, Reveal 16 OCR. We think the best portable out there. Runs on battery power or plug in. And I know we're getting down to the last few seconds here, but we run the Prodigy software. It's a touch screen, folds up quickly, about 12 pounds. Come visit us in our Zoom booth. The HumanWare password will be HumanWare, all lowercase. Thank you, Colorado NFB, and we hope to speak with you here in a little while.
Kevin, thanks for being with us again, and thank you for being a silver sponsor.
Great, thank you, guys.
Thank you. And our next person is Ms. Berglund from the Guide Dog Foundation.
Thanks for having us.
Lauren?
My colleague Bill is going to speak a little bit first, and then I'll pop on. Oh. I think, Bill, are you able to unmute yourself?
There I am. There I am. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I really appreciate being able to do this virtually. Thank you for organizing this, Peggy. It's working. It's working well. If I could just find that mute button when I need it. All right. Well, let me start by introducing myself. My name is Bill Porter. I'm your field representative with Guide Dog Foundation. Laying next to me is Joe. Joe is a demo dog. He is the dog I use when I go and meet people who are interested in getting a dog. So if you're wondering what it's like to work with a dog, well, Joe's your man to help you with that. He is a black lab and fully trained, but he came to me after someone decided, well, the dog is not right for them. So he's staying with me here in Colorado. I live in the Front Range, Loveland, Fort Collins area. So I'm pretty close to all you guide dog users here in Colorado. And I can get to you pretty quickly when you need something. Let me start by talking a little bit about myself. I am a guide dog mobility instructor. So being with guide dogs, it started in the early 80s when I was a puppy raiser. So I did that for a few years. And then later, fast forward, I was a guide dog mobility instructor with Guide Dogs for the Blind in San Rafael. I did that for about 5 years. I was a guide dog instructor there. And then fast forward another few years, and here I am at Guide Dog Foundation. I'm your field rep. So if you need something, I'm your man. Let me jump over and talk about the school. First of all, I want to let you know that we are open for business. We are training dogs. Our school is in New York on Long Island, and we're training dogs and we're doing placements. We're safely doing that, following all the COVID recommendations. I personally have done 2 placements here in Colorado. One was in Fort Collins, another in Greeley. Please stop by my booth. I'll explain how our COVID plan is going forward. It's too complicated to explain it here now. And let me see. So a little about our school. We've been around since 1946, and we are located in Smithtown, New York. That's in Long Island, which makes it a good place for when we want to get to the big city. We can just take a short bus ride into the city and work in the busy Manhattan lifestyle. There's no charge for our dogs. It is free of charge. And we also are part of America's Vet Dogs. I don't know if you know about that program. We're very proud to be with that. What it does, it provides service dogs to our veterans. And we are the first assistance dog school that is US certified by the International Guide Dog Foundation and Assistance Dog International. So we're very proud to be part of that. At this point, that's a brief introduction. I'm going to pass it over to Lauren and let her introduce herself now. Lauren.
Thanks, Bill. So my name's Lauren. I'm the Consumer Relations Coordinator at the Guide Dog Foundation and America's Vet Dogs. I'm a guide dog handler myself. She's snoozing a couple feet away. So part of my job is supporting our applicants and graduates throughout the process. So if you choose to apply to our school, you get to work with me and my wonderful colleagues as we go through your application process, get you ready for class, and then afterwards as we provide our lifetime of support. So we'd love to have you come join us in the Zoom room. We can talk about, basic qualifications, what's going on right now with having all of our placements as home trainings, and just the services that we can offer. Perfect timing.
Sorry, I was muted. Okay.
I was wondering where you went.
Yeah, let's try this again. All right. So we have a new exhibitor to our convention. However, I think some people are familiar with them. They are known to everybody as DrCOG. So we have Casey and Susan. Whichever one of you wants to go first. Casey Scott or Susan Anderson?
Hi, we're here.
Okay.
Cassie's going to unmute herself and she'll start.
Okay, Cassie.
Hello, guys. Hope you can hear me.
Yep.
So, yeah, greetings. Happy Friday. My name is Cassie Scott.
You're fading in and out.
This happens.
Cassie, we can't hear you. Oh, there you go.
So this is Susan. I will jump in for Cassie until she gets her audio back. But we are happy to be here. Cassie is she is going to talk a little bit about her part in the DrCOG Area Agency on Aging in our Zoom room. We are super glad to be here. Cassie is our program manager for the Community Services Department at DrCOG Area Agency on Aging. And I am Susan Anderson, and I'm the program manager for the Case Management Program. And so we are happy to be here. I'm going to start by providing a quick little overview of DrCOG and the Area Agency on Aging for everybody. So the DrCOG is an acronym for the Denver Regional Council of Governments. Some people may have heard of that. And it's for the Denver region, which means that we have 57 board members made up of local and county officials. With the leadership of the board, DrCOG works to address challenges and to plan specific to the needs and goals of the region. Members establish guidelines, set policy, and allocate funding to the areas of transportation and personal mobility, growth and development, and the area and disability resources. So we are excited to talk to you more about the Area Agency on Aging, or the AAA, as it's also known, which is a division of DrCOG. Area Agency on Aging are federally mandated programs, and every county across the country has an assigned Area Agency on Aging. So while some of the resources we talk about in our Zoom room are specific to the Denver region, most Area Agency on Agings do have similar programs and services that will be able to help people in those communities. So as the AAA within the Denver region, we plan and provide comprehensive services to address the needs of the region's populations, particularly older adults and people living with a disability. We are responsible for the establishment of a comprehensive, coordinated system of community-based supported and nutrition services in the Denver region. So the AAA has many options to help older adults and people, which are defined as people 60 years and older, their families and their caregivers to remain independent in the community. Together with our contractors, we provide help to fund transportation, home delivered meals, meal sites, and programming for senior centers and senior living complexes. We help fund legal services and much more. So we are also, the AAA, or the Area Agency on Aging, is also really well known for the Ombudsman program, which provides advocacy for residents in skilled nursing and assisted living facilities. So we do a lot in the Area Agency on Aging. We consider ourselves to be a no wrong door option for folks. Through the Aging and Disability Resource Center, or it's also called the ADRC for the region, we provide information and assistance, options counseling, which we will describe a bit more, case management for folks that need that, benefits counseling through the SHIP, or the State Health Insurance and Assistance Program that deals with Medicare, to older adults and people with disabilities who are 18 years of age and older. So my time is running up, but we're going to go through all of that because I know it's a lot to take in, and we'll also provide people with resources and places to call. So that's us in a nutshell.
Thanks much. All right, our next exhibitor is also new, and it is Tim Ashley representing Arise Beyond Barriers. Go ahead, Tim. You need to unmute. Okay, well, there he is. Okay, go ahead, Tim.
I apologize. I'm not very technical savvy, and I had a heck of a time getting on this meeting. Well, hi, I'm Tim Ashley, and we started a company, a nonprofit called the Rise Beyond Barriers just last March. And we've kind of been slow with the COVID virus, just like everybody else. But what we do is try to provide opportunities for people to enjoy recreation, people with disabilities, and that's not just people who are blind or low vision, but also people with any physical disabilities or mental disabilities. And we provide these services free of charge. We do that by getting donations and grant monies to support our cause. So we also work with some some other nonprofits as far as like getting people to scuba dive and try scuba diving in a pool. And we last couple of years, we've taken groups of people to Cayman Islands and gotten them open water certified. People who thought they would never be able to do anything like that again. So, or ever. Recently, we purchased, we put in a purchase order for bicycles, or I guess I should say tricycles. For balance purposes, we got all three-wheelers, but they're going to be brand new. We have 10 of them coming, and 4 of them have the opportunity to link together and become tandem bikes. So people who are blind or who have low vision or people who just need a guide, the opportunity will be there for them to enjoy the outdoors as far as going on a trail and getting the exercise, and also the social aspect of what we do is bring people together and give them a place to talk and enjoy being around people that are facing issues as well. So we try to put everybody together like that. Some of the things we've done in the past, excuse me, rock climbing. Actually have a group. Anthony Wilkins was supposed to be with me today, but he's got a group at the bowling alley, in one of the bowling alleys in Colorado Springs. And we do have the rail, the guide rail for people who are blind, that they can experience that independence of being able to bowl on their own without somebody having to, or them having to hold on to somebody, or somebody have to tell them, orientate them to where the lanes are. So we do have that rail, and we really encourage people who are blind to come out and join us. And we have, in a couple hours, we also have a pickleball clinic going on for people with disabilities. And we are really working hard as to how we can include people who are blind into pickleball. So we put bells and balls, and we've painted them bright colors so that there's a better contrast. And we haven't quite mastered that yet, and we're definitely open to any suggestions that anybody could give us to make that more accessible and inclusive for everybody. I really look forward to, if you want to talk to me today, I'd be glad to talk to you. We are not really doing intakes right now, but can definitely guide you to our website, which kind of explains probably better than I have this morning exactly what we do and what our intentions are.
Okay, great. Thank you. We have 3 more to go. Next, part of the Humanware family, we have Pat Fisher, someone who I've known before. Some of us have had gray hair. Go ahead, Pat.
Hello, can you hear me?
There you go.
All right. Peggy, thank you for that introduction. It is an honor to be here at the National Federation of the Blind Colorado Convention. And I first want to just say, you know, I'm with Nanopack. I represent Nanopack, and my room, we're going to cover all the different vendors that we carry. But I definitely want to shout out to Brian Smith of Magnesite there in Colorado. He is does all our low vision out there. And also want to just say, back in, oh gosh, I got to think, 1997, I was a reseller, a dealer for Brian, and I have great respect. Am I working? Okay, just making sure, technology. But I have great respect for Brian. It's an honor to work with him. He cares a lot about helping people and technology. So Nanopack, you know, as Brian mentioned, was founded in 1987 in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We represent the majority of manufacturers in an 8-state region. In the state of Colorado, for the record, we do not represent Humanware. And I have the greatest respect for Kevin Hughes and the Humanware product line. We do represent Humanware in our other 7 states, but we really like Humanware. And I just gave a presentation this morning on their products. So it's great to see Kevin. Hello. And then the other company we don't represent in Colorado is Enhanced Vision. That too is a product that Nanopack represents in, I gotta get my numbers right, 5 other states. But nevertheless, all the products personally as a company we help people with. So, we do sell products, but what we really are about, Nanopack, is providing service, lifetime support. Every product you purchase from us, we provide lifetime support. And some of the advantages to dealing with us, obviously representing the majority of manufacturers, but also we provide a lower price than buying direct. And I know that we as consumers, all of us, we can buy products online. Many of us, buy things from Amazon, and that's great. But when you get down to the technology for people blind and visually impaired, I reach out to everybody and say, buy from your local dealer, support your companies within your state. We pay taxes. I pay a lot of taxes in Colorado, going out there, traveling to see clients, staying in your hotels, eating in your great restaurants, not since January, but you get the idea. I mean, support your local business. It's so important. In the big picture, if you think about it, the taxes that we pay end up coming back in services for the DVRs, the RSBs, and all the state agencies. Nanopack is also known for its turnkey computer systems. They've been building computer systems since 1987, since the company was founded. And turnkey means that whatever you want on it, we install it, configure it, make sure it works, ship it to you. So when you pull it out of the box, it works. And that can include JAWS and Zoom Text and Fusion and Embosser and Duxbury and note takers. And if you come into my room, the first thing I want you to know is that I'm going to run through all the products that we represent. And I'm not going to cover so much the low vision products because Brian's doing that, but I am going to go through all the other products that the manufacturers make. And if you come into my room, I just want you to know that I'm just going to kind of give you, maybe whet your appetite on things. But what I want you to leave with is that personally, we can organize manufacturer-led training on any product, any manufacturer. We can do what we're doing here, but on a specific product. And that's the magic tune, and that's the end. So hope to see you later. And if I don't, please reach out to nanopack.com, send us an email. Bye.
I apologize. Curtis told me I said Humanware, and I thought I said Nanopack.
we at Nanopack love Humanware, and we love Kevin Hughes. So,
okay, well, let's move on. We have Seeing Eye next, and we have Chelsea White. Are you on, Chelsea?
I am here.
There you go. Okay.
Good morning, afternoon. We're getting close. Everybody, I am Chelsea White, and I am outreach for the Seeing Eye. And Seeing Eye is one of the guide dog schools. So at least on this call anyways, we're one of 3 on this call specifically, but we're one of about a dozen schools around the United States and Canada that train dogs as guides for people who are blind or visually impaired. So if you have thought about a dog or thinking about a dog, or maybe still just, gathering information, would love to talk to you later in our Zoom room and answer any questions you might have, share with you, qualifications, and then more information about sort of our program and how we operate and what we do and all that kind of thing. So we're located in Morristown, New Jersey. And yeah, so any other questions you might have, come see me here in a little bit.
Thank you very much. And our last but certainly not least exhibitor is Vanda Pharmaceuticals. They help many of us get a great night's sleep, although their presentation will not put you to sleep. They are one of our top sponsors. So, hey, go ahead, Shauna Jatho.
A platinum sponsor. So thank you very much, Vanda. And nice to see you again, Shauna. If you're there.
I saw her on.
Where are you?
Shauna.
Shauna. They have their own room too, right?
Yes, they have their own room. And she was on here.
She
Yeah, I
says that
know.
her audio is not connected.
Uh-oh. All right. Well,
oh, there she goes.
Hey, are you there, Shauna?
I just
Unmute
asked her to
yourself.
unmute.
Mm-hmm.
they have been a longtime supporter of the Federation.
Oh, there she is.
So,
There
Van,
she
take
is.
it away,
Are you
Shauna.
there?
Uh-oh. Technology.
They have been coming to our convention, Curtis, for many, many years. I don't even know how many, maybe 10. And they are always there. They're always a great sponsor. They always offer a session. So I'm sure you'll want to hear what they've got to say in their room. Unfortunately, we can't hear Shauna.
Everyone has heard of Non-24. When you have been watching television, you'll see those commercials with the blind folks on talking about Non-24 and getting a good night's sleep. That is Vanda Pharmaceuticals and Shauna Jatho.
So her audio should be working, except I don't hear her.
Shauna,
you're unmuted. Everything looks good, except, oh, wait, is that you?
I don't hear her.
No, I hear me. That's just...
Yeah, you don't sound like Shauna.
Oh.
No.
And you're not as pretty as Shauna either.
Oh, absolutely not. You're correct about that.
So what we're going to do, Shauna, I don't know what's going on here, but we do have some flex time throughout our agenda. And so if we can get the technology working for you, we will give you a few minutes on the main convention floor. But everybody, please do stop by their virtual room, and hopefully we can get Shauna's stuff working in the virtual room so you can hear her, because you really want to hear that message. So give it one last chance. Shauna, going once, going twice. Well, we just sold Vanda Pharmaceuticals. There you go.
Now, note in the agenda that there's separate Zoom rooms for each exhibitor. So if you have not downloaded your agenda from our website, go ahead and do it right now. That's your best way to get into each of our exhibitors' Zoom room booths.
Right. And to those that are hosting those rooms, please go ahead and get off this Zoom and get into your Zooms so that we can get the exhibitors up and going.
All right, we're going to shut down this meeting then, right now.
I think we are.
And Scott, when do we come back as a whole convention?
Well, thank you for asking, Peggy. At 2 p.m. sharp.
So conclude your exhibit halls, run to get